Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Kat if you are new, and today I'm very excited to take you through a cleaning and decorating. Well, we don't do too much decorating to be honest, but a little bit of spring touches. The main part of the video though is going to be a spring clean with me. We are starting off by stripping my bed. I typically like to wash my sheets like once a week, although the pillowcases, I do change those out every couple of days. I don't know, that's a thing that I have. And I always make it a point to make my bed with whatever blankets and throw pillows I have and stuff while my sheets are in the washing machine. That way it still feels a little bit more clean. Picking up some stuff on the floor, and then we are going to be doing, I feel like the beginning of this clean with me is a lot more like not decluttering, but like just putting stuff away. You know what I mean? Like, as you can see, this floor is very messy with a whole bunch of clothes. Oh, we have a ton of laundry to do as well, and then a ton of vacuuming, some mopping. And then actually we're going to be talking about the habit loop, which is something I don't think I've ever really talked about on YouTube before. I have talked about it on TikTok a handful, and I definitely want to start making more videos about it. I talk a lot about healthy habits here on my channel, but the habit loop is something that can really help like teach you how to actually form new habits and break, or not break because you can't break a habit, but change bad habits into healthy ones. So I'm really excited to talk through that. But for right now, we are focusing on tidying up. And here, as you can see, we're working on the closet because that had become very messy. There is something so satisfying about wiping down like your makeup table or any mirrors. It just feels so clean and refreshing after. But once I finished up with the makeup mirror in the bedroom, we're heading into the bathroom. And as you can see, there's a lot of clutter I wouldn't say clutter, but just a lot of stuff all over the counter. Honestly, if a space is already kind of like cluttered and has a bunch of stuff all over it, like any surface really, or the floor, I'm like 10 times more likely to add to it. Whereas if it's already nice and clean, I'm not going to want to just throw stuff on top because I want it to stay nice and clean, right? So I think that really just speaks to the importance of doing quick little time tidies throughout your day and listening to the whole don't put it down, put it away thing, and repeating that to yourself throughout the day. If you know, when you're getting ready in the morning, after you take your deodorant out, instead of throwing it on the counter, put it back in the drawer, or your contact solution, or whatever it may be. I think that really goes to show how once the like clutter ball starts rolling is a fun analogy, I guess. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse. Now, I was actually filming a TikTok video while filming this for the dishes because I'm filming a video talking about my top 3 tips on how to make doing the dishes a little bit more of an attractive habit. That's something else that I want to make more videos about in the future, about like how to make habits more attractive and unattractive and all that fun stuff. But a couple tips here for doing the dishes. Put in your headphones while you are cleaning. I feel like this helps drown out the sound of all the water. Like if I'm listening to music or a podcast or something while I'm trying to do the dishes and it's just on my computer or on my phone volume, I feel like I'm not hearing it as well, versus if I put in headphones, it kind of like helps me tune everything out and really get focused and I can hear everything nice and clearly. Number 2, use gloves. Knowing that when I wash dishes, my hands aren't going to get all like wet and stuff is so much more, makes it so much more attractive. And I could really turn the water on to like the hottest setting because it's not burning my hands. So you're getting cleaner dishes. So those are a couple tips for washing your dishes and how to make that habit a little bit more attractive. All right, let's take a quick break from cleaning because I kind of want to make another coffee. And while I make coffee, I kind of want to chat because I honestly feel like I've had a lot on my mind lately, and I don't know, we haven't had a lot of chatting videos lately. So we're about like 3 months, just about 3 months into the new year, and I feel like this is about the time every year that I start to kind of lose that bigger push that I had at the beginning of the year. And it's funny because I've actually been talking to my therapist a lot lately about how like the difference between discipline, motivation, habits. And I think it's really important to remember that one of life's certainties is that motivation is going to come and motivation is going to go. And if you are solely relying on motivation to achieve whatever goals you set for yourself, then unfortunately, you're not gonna meet them because, like I said, motivation is something that's gonna go up, go down, go up, go down. I'm sorry, how beautiful is this? I love watching the coffee. Like, how beautiful is that with the ice and everything? How freaking beautiful is that? Smells so good. And I have been drinking my coffee black, but I think today we're actually gonna add just a pinch of oat milk. It's really important to rely on self-discipline and habits to actually achieve your goals. Now, let me know if you knew this. Once you form a habit, you no longer need willpower to do whatever the activity is. It just becomes like a habitual behavior that your body does, hence it's a habit. So for example, things like getting up when your alarm goes off, taking your makeup off before bed, washing your face, going for a daily walk, doing your workout, checking your emails when you begin work in the morning. Everything that you do is a habit. If we zoom out and look at the habit loop, which is where you have a cue, a routine, and a reward, this can kind of help explain this, because the thing is that you can't break a habit, you can only change it to, whoa, oh, that would have been bad. You can only change it. For example, waking up in the morning, your cue is your alarm goes off, your routine is, let's say, pressing snooze, and then your reward is that you think that you're getting more sleep. So in order to change that habit, you would need to change the routine, because you can't break a habit, you can only change it. So using that same example, let's say that your cue, your alarm goes off, your routine, you get out of bed and you put on a cozy robe, and then your reward is that you're actually getting yourself out of bed. Let's go sit down over here though. I don't know why, but I feel like sitting over here instead. Let me know if you've seen me on TikTok. I do have a whole series on there called Master Your Morning, where I talk a ton about how to wake up early, be a morning person. And so I have so many different tips that I think I actually want to start making YouTube videos in the like Master Your Morning series. Now, I have honestly read so many self-help books, listened to so many podcasts, watched so many YouTube videos, some TED Talks, and like there's so much incredible self-help content out there that I highly recommend you consume. I think it's such a great way to expand your knowledge and motivate yourself. But I have to say that talking these things through with my therapist has been one of the most beneficial ways to like really let it sink in and figure out how to implement all these pieces of information with my own life. I think sometimes having that extra like personalized touch of somebody who you can actually sit down and have a full-on conversation with, I attribute a huge part of the self-growth journey that I feel like I've been on to my therapist. Regardless of your reason, I truly think therapy is something that can help everybody. I do my therapy with BetterHelp, and they are once again sponsoring this video. BetterHelp has been making therapy so much less intimidating for so many people. It is completely virtual, so it takes out the stress of like finding a therapist in your area and then having to like coordinate between work and school schedules and finding a time that you can go in, because trust me, that can be very stressful. You could do it from your car, you could do it from your room. They do offer messaging therapy, you could do phone calls, or you can do video chats. I personally tend to love the video chats, but you know, I've done phone calls too if you're going on a walk and you just want to be able to talk to your therapist. To get started, you fill out a questionnaire with a bunch of questions about yourself, what you're looking for, what you're going through, what kind of qualities you want in a therapist, and then BetterHelp can match you with a therapist that is handpicked for you. And in most cases, you're matched within 48 hours, and then you can start messaging or chatting or setting up phone calls, video calls with your therapist. One of my favorite features that I could actually vouch for, because I use this one myself, is that if you feel like your therapist is not the right match for you, you can switch at no additional cost. It's just like a couple clicks of buttons and you have a new therapist that you can start chatting with. And it really takes the stress of like breaking up with your therapist out of the equation. So if you're even a little bit considering therapy, or you're thinking like, maybe it would help me, I'm not sure, I highly recommend that you just give it a try. And you can join over 4 million people who are using BetterHelp to start living a happier, healthier life. And if you use the link in my description, betterhelp.com/CatMay, you will get 10% off your first month. It has made a positive difference for me, and I truly, truly believe that everybody can benefit from therapy. So don't forget to check them out. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. And I think with all of that said, we really should get back to cleaning, shouldn't we? I feel like I've been talking so much that I barely even drink my coffee. So maybe I'm just gonna sit here for a second, chill, and drink my coffee, and then we'll go get some cleaning done. I went to get my phone so I could just take like a 5-minute scroll break. I feel like I rarely scroll anymore, but I feel like doing it right now. Total side note, but because I had my pretty much empty bag of salt and vinegar chips here, I'm curious, if you're hearing me say this right now, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite type of chips? I personally love sea salt and vinegar chips, and then I also love popcorners. Would those be? Yeah, I think those are chips, right? I think those are so good. Honestly, my go-to is like anything sweet and salty. You know that like popcorn bags that come with like the cheddar and the caramel? Oh my gosh, I could eat that all in like a sitting. But let me know in the comments, what is your favorite type of chip?
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like.
Okay, I love my pillows. I love them so much. Target, Amazon. But I feel like for the couch, I need another green pillow. What do we think? And I love how like I even matched the candle to the pillows, but I do feel like I need another green pillow over here. What do we think? Probably going to be coming in the near future. We have so much laundry to fold. This is such a small percentage of it. Bag number 2. And bag number 3. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, it's the next day. Now, when it comes to folding laundry, I think in like my 2 videos ago or something, I shared 3 different tips on how to make the habit of folding laundry a little bit more attractive and enjoyable. So I will have that video linked in the description, but here I was just habit stacking, folding my laundry with watching a show. I'm actually watching the season finale of The Bachelor, and I am blurring it out just in case any of you watching are watching The Bachelor, but you didn't see the final episode. I didn't want to spoil anything, but oh my gosh, it's such a good ending. Let me know if you saw it. And now it's time to vacuum. A little tip that I should have done, but they were actually dead, is typically I would, while vacuuming, also be listening to music or a podcast or something on my headphones just to kind of like drown out the vacuum noise. But again, they were not charged, so I couldn't do that. But honestly, I really do enjoy vacuuming, so I didn't really mind it that much. But once we finished up the bedroom, we're moving into the guest room, which I don't think I've ever actually shown you the guest room before, but here it is. Here's our guest room. If you remember, Powell, my big teddy bear that's in the corner there, used to be in our bedroom in the condo, but now he lives in the guest room. That's his space. Moving downstairs, I don't typically like to vacuum the stairs with the big vacuum just because, I mean, you'll see I have a little handheld vacuum that I do, which is way easier. But first, I'm coming into the living room to vacuum up the carpet. Now, I honestly do not vacuum up the kitchen that much. Like I said, anytime that there's like little crumbs or anything, I just use my little mini handheld vacuum. But every once in a while, I'd say like once a week, I'll pull out the vacuum, especially if I'm about to mop, which my mom got me this mop. I really love it. Okay, I like vacuuming. I hate mopping, but this mop honestly makes it super simple. So I like that. And then for the stairs, I love using this little mini vacuum. Again, it's just so much easier. I don't have to like drag the big vacuum and worry about the cord. So a little tip if you don't like vacuuming your stairs either. Okay, so when it comes to decorating for spring, historically, I feel like I've always been the person to decorate per season 100% all out. Like the spring would come, all of my greenery I change for like florals and put bunnies out, which I still want to do that. I still have a couple bunnies I want to put out, but I definitely feel like my style has kind of changed. And like, I love the way that my living room is looking and kitchen and, but like all of that. Like I love the more neutral look. I don't know. I just think it looks so cozy. It looks so inviting. Like I feel at peace when I'm in here, so I don't really want to be adding a whole bunch of like bright colors. However, I have a couple little like springy things that I do want to add, and we're kind of going to rearrange a couple things. These I absolutely love. And then these are a couple of the bunnies I have. This one I think I want to put in the kitchen. And then how stunning is this? It's like this ceramic egg. Tim's mom actually gave this to us for Easter. It's like an early Easter gift, and I believe it's from Pottery Barn or Pure Win Imports, one of the two. I did bring this vase down because I think I want to put those flowers in it. This is the one that was in the bedroom, so I'm just going to swap those two. So not too many changes. So the egg I think I want to put here. So this is like what this setup currently looks like, and I'm going to move this, and we're going to try, oh, I don't want to break this, so I'm not going to try and hold it with one hand. Also, this plant I got from Target. It's like the same one that was there, but I don't know if you probably didn't tell, but it's bigger. The smaller version I put upstairs. I'll show you that in a second, but I just think this, how beautiful is that? I think this egg is stunning, so I really like that there. And then this we'll put somewhere else. I just don't know what to do with the bunnies. I love how this looks, I really do, but I do want to switch it up a little bit just for the spring, and I have a vision. So first, I think I want to take this greenery, pop you in here, play around with it. This basket is from Amazon, by the way. It's the same one I have in the living room. Because I like the look of these flowers coming out of this pot a little bit more, and I liked how those were matching, but I like how this is a little different. For some reason, I feel like this looked better when I had it in the office at the condo. Like I did this. As I typically do with decor, I'm kind of gonna let it like sit for a couple days and see, but I feel like I like this. Let me show you. So you're coming down the stairs, and then this is what you'll see. What do we think? That looks really nice. Don't mind the tripod and everything over there. Let me know what you think though. And then this little bunny that Tim's mom also got us, actually, I'm gonna put right there. I think that's so cute. Little touch of spring. Or do I want to put you, well, maybe I'll put you up on the windowsill. That's actually even cuter. I like that. All right, and now we can take this vase back upstairs. I'll show you what I mean, or where I took it from. So don't mind the empty bag of salt and vinegar chips. But right here is where the other one was, and I'm just gonna slide this one in there. Also, how darn adorable is this outfit? The brand TLF, Take Life Further Apparel, reached out to me, and I'm actually working with them over on Instagram for the next few months. I'm so excited, but this is one of the pieces that I got. It's cute. Hi. What are you doing? Are you a happy girl? Are you, aw, big stretch. Good job, you do big stretch. Look at that face. You're perfect. She's like, I know. All right, I hope you got some amazing spring cleaning motivation. I'm definitely gonna have a ton more spring cleaning videos coming up. And also, I wanna do more, like, I feel like I haven't, I've done like, 10 habits I do for the day, morning habits, but I haven't really been making a lot of videos about how to actually create these habits into your routine, like, and talking about the habit loop and everything that I talked about earlier. More sit down talking videos. I also wanna do some more master your morning videos. If you watch until this part, comment a blue heart from a blue set. Technically, I think this is the color periwinkle, but whatever. And of course, thank you again so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. If you are even remotely considering therapy, I highly recommend you check them out. You can go to my link in the description, betterhelp.com/catmay. You will get 10% off your first month and see if BetterHelp can be what you need at this time in your life. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.